My name is Elisha Msheja. I'm a Director of Business Solutions from Joeh Solutions Limited. I'm one of the founder of this organization, which deals with developing accounting software solutions to SMEs. When I say SMEs, I mean small, medium corporations. So we develop a customized accounting software solutions to this customer categories. And our office is in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania, in Kijitonyama, Uchumi Project, Shekilango, but we provide services all over Tanzania. Our slogan is, forget your accounting software challenges, you have us. Why this slogan? We found that many organizations, many businesses get challenges in keeping their accounting records properly. And many of these businesses have tried finding solutions from different perspectives, different vendors, but are not satisfied. So we came up with that solution so you relax with our challenges, we're going to solve the challenges. That's why the meaning of this slogan, forget your accounting software challenges, you have us. We want to be renowned as a best accounting software solution providers in Tanzania, later in East Africa, in Africa. We want to solve the challenges which are local. We have accounting software which are in the market, which are from Europe and other countries, but are not really solving our issues here in Tanzania. We know our issues, we have a way we operate. We have a different business, like retail business, banking business, processing business. Most of the software solutions which are in the market, they are trying to solve the accounting software challenges for all. So one software wants to solve all the challenges for microfinance, for retail, for bakery, for processing industries, but that cannot be. So what we want to solve is want to study your problem, to study your business, understanding your challenges. Then we're developing the software solution which are going to address your challenges. It's like a dress. You can have you wear a dress, but we have different sizes. Someone can be taller, someone can be shorter, someone can be thinner, someone can be fat. It's a dress. The same even in accounting software. You can compare that way, like a cloth, but everyone has different sizes. Now we want to provide a solution that we chip in and provide a correct size to a customer. What is your size? What is your requirement? We understand your requirement, then we deliver that customized solution to your business. Okay, it was like 4 years back, one of my relatives approached me. She was running a business. It was like a catering business. She was facing challenges on keeping her records. So she went and said, but maybe the cost of the food which she was providing was higher than the price she was charging. So I asked her a question. How do you know the cost of producing one plate of your food? She didn't know about that. Saying, how can you know that the price you are charging is correct? Then I went on the business and tried to advise how to run the business. And I found one of the accountant and advise them further on that business. But it was late because they started business as like a group of 3-4 people. And over 3, 4, 5 years, the business grew, and they employed like more than 30 people. And they were managing one of the big organizations. They had a tender there. So they complained that the cost which they were being paid by that organization was not sufficient. But for that, if you want, then I ask them, for that we need to establish now what is our cost. So if we never go to the management, you can say, no, listen, I have this cost. I think I need to get this amount to cover this cost. If you don't take that basis, then it's difficult to argue a case. So that's and then I advise them to have an accountant to manage that process. But in the process, it was too late because their service was started to deteriorate, and they lost the tender. I was very disappointed because and angry because I could have helped them earlier if they approached me. Then I sat down and said, okay, how many people have this kind of issues? You start a business like 1, 2 people, a smaller one, and then it grew to the level you could not manage it as it's supposed to be managed. So maybe if this is one person, it could have a lot of people with the same issues. In one of the days, someone else approached me this different aspect because she knew that I'm good in Excel and that kind of thing. Excel is a program to manage data, Microsoft Office program. And she had like a shop, a clothing shop. So can I have an Excel to just manage my expense on this shop? So okay, so I just produce. I'll develop you an Excel. But after that, okay, why should I develop an Excel? I think it's a good program, Excel, by the way. But for level of our business I knew by the time it will not address her problems properly. Then okay, let me try to develop a software. But then I'm not doing software programming work because I used to do the programming work when I was at university. But I did want it to do it in unemployment. So okay, then I went back, fetched my programming skills, and developed a simple program and gave it to her to run her business. Then combining the first experience of my relative and the experience of my friend, okay, why should I go on and develop for others? So it started from there. So when we started the business, it was a challenge because we need to go through the whole legal process of establishing a business, like registering a company with my co-founder, my partner, Orpa Kiondo. Then, so in terms of skills, because when we develop accounting software solution, first we need the skills. Luckily, I had the skill of developing the software. So in terms of cost of developing the software, at least it was covered partly by my skills on that area. My partner she's good on doing the marketing and all the stuff. Then our approach in the business is different in developing the accounting software because we need to, as I said earlier, we need to understand the requirements. So we had that idea of developing accounting software for each and every business line. If it's a microfinance, we develop a software for microfinance. If it's a retail, we go for retail. If it's processing, we go to processing. All those areas. So the first like 2-3 years, we used that investment for developing those software because we knew the market is there, but what we feared is if we go out and say this is what we are doing, people will come up and then we will not be able to accommodate all the requirements at once. So for like first 2-3 years, we started developing those software without doing any marketing too. So for each and every business line, business niche, so we know after they're complete, then we can go out doing the marketing. So in terms of investment, luckily it was not that much higher because I had that skills. But if I had to employ other programmers, it would have been difficult. Then with we used, because I was in employment with, then my partner was in employment, then we used that funds to raise capital for renting the offices, and employing the first employees. We started with 1 employee, now we are like 5 employees with like 2 programmers and other staff. They're not enough, but the way developing customized software is not cheap, because you can use even 1 year to develop 1 program for microfinance. But we know most of the business, after doing the research, most of the businesses see software as like so expensive. That is the perspective, and they are expensive. But we did want to charge those expensive prices because we wanted to solve the problem. As long as make the margin, but we have a problem to solve, solving accounting keeping issues for these SMEs. So the investment we took with about developing the software at a low cost, not a lot of cost, as well as we can say that we develop those softwares, but the cost will be shared across the customers. We not charge you. Maybe the cost of developing 1 software can go up to 50 million, but if you go to someone with a retail business on the ground, so I charge you the 50 million, no one will buy that software. But our model is simple. We said that we invest our time to develop a software, but the cost will be shared among the customers. That's our model of business. So we don't charge the customer the full value of the software. So if you come and say, I have a hospital, to develop hospital software is expensive, but as long as we know that after developing the software, there be other customer lines, then we're going to cover that cost. So we not charge you the full cost at the beginning. We just give you like a sharing cost. Then when we get other customers, they come and they pay the remaining cost of the software. First issue of keeping accounting records, and the second issue is keeping the accounting records well. Who are our customers? There is a large number of customers, after doing our research, they don't even get and the importance of keeping the records. There are many. If I want to give you a software for your business, why should I give you a software? I've been using software for 10 years and I give money. Why should I get a software then? We don't deal with that customers, because that's the other area people should come in, and if it's the accounts, the TRAs, or whoever, they have to go there and advise the businessmen importance of keeping the records. We have heard recently about even our new president, Mr. Mama Samia, talking about TRA charging a lot of taxes to business. But the challenge is TRA goes to businesses and they don't have proper records. So the TRA just do an approximation of what should be charged as a tax. So not many businesses have a good way of keeping the records. Now, so we don't deal with those customers who they don't understand the importance of keeping the records, because we don't have that capacity of educating them. What we are dealing with is customers who are trying to keep their records, but they have a challenge on keeping the records. That's who we are dealing with. We have been searching around for software solutions. So when we get that customer, first thing, we understand the requirement of that business. What's the requirements? What do you want to your software? What's the big challenge you want to solve? Then we provide the software that is going to solve that custom. And then from there, we build a relationship which is continuous. Because there is a question which many customers ask: if I pay a fee now, should I pay only once? Then many customers prefer that way. I pay now, it's forever. We don't want to lie to our customer. There's no such like software like that. Because take your business like 2 years ago. Compare it to now. You see that it has grown from one area to another, to one level. Then project 2, 3, 4 years on the front, that business will grow. So if the business is expanding, why can your software is not expanding? So you can, that's a problem we found with many customers as well. Okay, can acquire software which is meeting the requirement today. The software is working perfect. But after 2 years, the business has grown, but the software is still there. Now customers start to complain, this software is not working for me. But why? The business has grown, but the software is not there. So our relationship with customer is continuous. We keep understanding your requirement each and every day. After 6 months, how are you doing? I have this requirement, then we support them. So it's a continuous support. Yes, that's how we work. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. This covers for medium and large corporations. For accountants, they know what ERP solutions are. And the ERP solutions which are on the market are so expensive, which are being imported from overseas. But for us, we've devoted the SmartBiashara ERP, which is a very cost-effective solution for Tanzanian market with Tanzanian prices, which cover all the end-to-end business processes from customers registration to issuing LPOs, from payroll, all in one package. Because it's a bit tendency that we can find it in one organization that we have a lot of softwares there. You can have a software for keep issuing an invoices. You can have a software for issuing the inventory. You can have a software for payroll. So you find in one organization you have like 3, 4, 5 softwares. Now with SmartBiashara ERP, you don't have all those softwares in one organization. With that SmartBiashara ERP, you have one software is integrating all the business processes under one solution. At the start, when we started the business, we really target a small, we say, mangi shops on the streets. That's what we targeted, because that's why we see a lot of problem there. So that's one of the target customers. But after entering the market, we found the problem is bigger than we anticipated. There's other organizations which we, after approaching them, you expect them for the volume of their business, they should be having accounting software, but they don't have. So we target all the business who don't have accounting softwares. And for now, we have developed a product. It's called SmartBiashara ERP. Target from retail mangi shop on the ground to the hospitals, polyclinics, pharmacies, microfinances, we call by SACCOs. For women, hey, we cover that for you as well. For processing, manufacturing, maybe we don't have sort of a space, but for all business you know, for last 3 years we developed software. That's SmartBiashara ERP, SmartBiashara for retail business. We have SmartBiashara for microfinances. We have SmartBiashara for manufacturing. We have SmartBiashara ERP for trading business. So it covers all aspects of the business you can possible have. Yeah, for past 2-3 years, we've been using social media. That's been our main reach outs for social media. Through Instagram, Facebook. We literally need to go to other ways, but we're still growing. So we still use other channel on the line, but social media has been so powerful. But after providing the software to our customers, then we get software for references. Someone is using the software and they're referencing us. Okay, there's people, Joeh Solutions, SmartBiashara. Of course, people know us at Joeh Solutions Limited, but many know us as SmartBiashara ERP. Yeah, but we're not only for in the 2 months we have another product that will be a subject for another day, which will cover all the market, not only on accounting. Yeah, we have seen a number of accounting software developers in Tanzania. I know some few are there, and they are doing a great work on that aspect. We still believe we are not many. The market is the market penetration for accounting software is not that much. There are such players, but we are not covering enough. The number of people who are using the software and who don't have, they are not. So when you say about competition, it's not that much, because if you want to just take one building, tall building, the Islam, if there are 100 offices in that building, I assure you, only 20 offices are using accounting softwares. That is a fact. So but so in terms of competition, our market is still virgin that area. And how do we differentiate ourselves? What we do differentiate is understanding the customer requirement. That is our key. We don't give a software. Okay, you want software? Let's take this one. Do a demo. We don't do a demo for software, because if you're doing a demo, it's like you're taking a shoe. And if it's not fitting you, you leave it. But for us, we want to understand your size. Like going to the fundi cherehani. Measure your size. Okay, give me 2 weeks. I give you what you want. That's a model. It's a very expensive model, but we believe it's a correct way of doing the business. In terms of achievement, we have not achieved what we want. We want to be the best software provider in Tanzania, East Africa, and Africa. We are still going there. But when we started the business, we targeted Mangi shop, but it's not the case. We've recently got a contract from big organizations, NGOs, famous NGOs, reputable NGOs, and other organizations, which it means that they give us a trust. Because if you give us a trust of keeping your information, that's our business. So the biggest achievement, what I can say, is someone trusting you. Trusting us with their data, trusting us with their businesses. Because they want to issue an invoice, you need it in 1 minute. You want to process a payroll, like people, if you delay their salaries, people start complaining. But if someone is trusting you to be the part of the business, that is the biggest achievement. Someone to trust you, we can do all the story and give us to run our business. We're still a startup, so it's like 3-4 years down the line. So no more regret, because the time is still there to do the amend if are there. But what I think I could have started the company earlier than 4 years, maybe 10 years back. That's a big difference. I can say maybe I was late to start the company. Understanding what is the ground, solving that's the issue. That's what all I could have to doing it earlier. But we still have a journey way here, sure. We have a lot of customers there, but we have not reached to them. And a lot of customers are looking for solutions, but they don't know where to get. So the first issue is on the marketing. Marketing cost is huge, and our costs are not, let's say we're trying to solve a problem. So the pricing of developing a customized software is not what we are charging to our customers. So now that for that case, our costs which you're charging are not what your cost for production. So if we got more muscles on the marketing, so far we're using social media, which is powerful, but not all our customers are using social media. Other media like newspaper, through the radios, through the conferences. Those are avenues which we think we can reach more people at the same time. But other issues on the skis, sometimes we have a lot of things we are thinking on the it's manpower. We have all things we're thinking. We have a plan like a company, but we cannot employ as much people as we want. There's a gap in that department. Now we need to balance the finance. Okay, let me get this money, then you can see can I another person. We need to do a lot of creative solutions on the market. Now if you don't much we're doing it, then you need to add a lot of people to add those for innovation. So we have a lot of solutions on our minds, but we are handicapped in now, and there are a lot of young talents in the market as well. We know we can, if we have them in other company, we can go far, but now we have to go step by step, because we don't have that much capacity to employ what we think right number of staff, which will enable us to reach our goals. COVID-19 it's a kind of a mixed feeling, because we are providing accounting software solution, but a cloud-based. So a cloud-based solutions, it means even if you're not even in the office, you can still access your system. So for customers who had a solution during COVID-19, they enjoyed it much, because for that case, they were able to even work from home using our solutions. At first, one of the questions which we get from customers before COVID-19, what is my security of data when I put in the cloud? Who is hosting my data? That's a question which people be asking around. But after COVID-19, now those questions, now they get the meaning. Okay, now the world has moved now to cloud. No, you don't have to worry. Even if I'm going to work, I work from remotely, I can still access my data. I can still work, because for this SmartBiashara ERP, all the approval processes are being linked in the system, so someone can approve when it's remotely, no need of paper. So for our clients during COVID-19, they saw the added value of the software. So yes, there were some clients which we had hoped to have, like in the hotel industry. That was lost revenues for, but we had the spike of the clients in the hospitals. So it was a mixed thing. For other sectors, the market went down, but for other sector it went up. And after people realizing the importance of working remotely, then it's a 50-50, I can say. Yeah, the future is promising. We have seen a lot of government initiatives, especially in the last 5 years. Even so, 5 years, we've seen a government establishing its e-government agencies, eager, which want to automate its systems, automate its processes, and we've seen a lot of government institutions taking into consideration the automation of the systems. If now you can pay your taxes wherever you are using your mobile phone. So all these initiatives say we are going to the digital world. So the market is just starting. The future is exciting, and as long we're alive, we pray to God that we'll be alive, we'll be there. The future is exciting for everyone. The future is technology. That's where the future is. And if you are using to keep the record on the karatasi, on the papers, that's soon going to be the thing of the past. Even if you didn't like that, you'll be forced to go there. Now we'll be there when now it's a requirement, even before the future. So we hope that the future will be exciting, and thanks for the new government initiative. Even when the new president's speech when she was receiving the CAG report. She insisted on that automation of the processes, having a central harmony of the systems. So the government itself has a direction on the implementing the system. So now we helping the government. We know the government, they have their own agencies doing their work, which great works, and we're doing it on a private sector, and we work that way to help the government and Tanzanians as well. So we get accounting records keep proper, then we get our economy higher. Thank you, Media Convergency, for this opportunity of thinking as Joeh Solutions Limited that we are offering something with value to Tanzanians, and we look forward to work with you, and we'll be available anywhere, whenever you need us for any information. Thank you.